Welcome back to class. I am your professor, Naya Abernathy, here at the Dignity Ambassador Academy. We have trees and we have sky and lots of mosquitoes. They're here too. I'm glad you're here. And we are talking about dignity and adult social emotional learning in this learning lab. But before we dive into our lesson, we have got to lay our foundational concept, and that is dignity. Dignity is the intrinsic worth and value each being carries that cannot be taken away. You've got it, I've got it. Folks you like have it, folks you don't like have it. The more than human world, the trees, the water, the birds, the mosquitoes have it. And you're here because you're curious about what kind of world we could build on this foundation of dignity. And we're exploring that today in one of the 5 competencies that Castle has in their SEL framework. And we're talking today about dignity and social awareness. So, a reminder, you are worthy of belonging. You are. You are worthy of being part of communities that are compassionate, varied, and marked by gratitude. Social awareness is about honoring the collective while still honoring yourself, knowing that you are wanted and supported and that there's reciprocity in that. And when I think about dignity and social awareness, I think about communities with communication that is clear and expectations that are reasonable towards the community thriving, not at the expense of the individual, but as the individuals thrive as well. And when I thought about dignity and social awareness, I thought back to a class that we did in the first learning lab called Bless the Breath. And so I'm going to share that practice with you today. Bless the Breath really is about us actively and intentionally reminding ourselves of our connection, of the reciprocity that we have with others through something that is so deeply and commonly shared as breath. And so the invitation is to bless the breath of another being. It could be your kids, your partner, friends, it could be trees or birds. And when I talk about blessing breath, I don't mean you're conferring anything on anyone. You're affirming what's already there. You're affirming the goodness of what is already there. And so you could be on a walk and just say, I bless the breath of every tree, of every plant, of every animal. You could get a group of folks together and get some bubbles and say, we bless the breath, and blow bubbles everywhere and bless the breath that way. I would roll over in the morning and look at my spouse before we get out of bed and say, I bless your stank breath. And I would mean it. But you can get as fun, as silly. It could be a very sacred space. Do you. You are who you are. But it really is just an invitation for you to honor with intention the connection and the reciprocity that you have with all of life. So find out, choose 1 or 2 people that you want to bless the breath with and or towards, and I will see you in the next class.